the video presentation thing. I'm not so sure how to be doing this, so I'm just going to give a summary of the paper, I guess. I did the paper on Ty, I can't pronounce the guy's last name, saved my life. He's the owner of Arami, which is where I did my internship. I was interviewing him for my portfolio for the internship when I decided to do him for this paper. He's the owner of Arami. He owns 10 other businesses around, well, the city and the state of Illinois. He started his career in entrepreneurship at 18, where his first company, I wrote it down somewhere, was something to, it was food service. First thing he tried to open up was something to do with food service. But that ended up failing within the first few years of it being opened, and so he decided to go off in other ventures outside of food service. He did landscaping and a fashion boutique, that I remember, and then finally he tried getting back into food service career. He opened up a bed and breakfast and a convenience store, slowly working his way back up to restaurants. Before it got to a full-on restaurant, it was a cafe. And after he actually opened up the cafe, he went into business with his brother, Troy, Troy. It's because he thought he was spreading himself too thin, so he needed to get a business partner, and he has a very strong tie with his family, especially his younger brother, Troy. So he decided to trust his partnership to his brother, which is, he said, which is one of the major decisions of his business career, was looking for a partner. He needed someone he could trust, and he always trusted his family. After starting up the restaurant that failed and going to the other ventures, he went back to food service again for round 2. I asked him why he started in food service and then ended in food service. What was the deal with that? He's like, he's always wanted to do food service, but after his first restaurant failed, he wanted to gain more experience in the business field in general, because he was doing this all by himself, no mentor, no nothing. It's just learn as he goes. So he went to other businesses that had already partially been established, and then he took them over and went running with that, and they all succeeded. He, while having no mentor, he made many friends in the businesses, and they taught him different tips and tricks of the trade, and he learned from that. Going off of that more, he learned different tips and tricks of the trade from these different businesses, but all tying back to how to run any kind of business. And when he thought that he knew enough, he tried opening up another restaurant, and that restaurant grew into Arami, which is a successful business he has right now, and his business baby. And it's his business baby. He loves it. He says that he's never gotten more gratitude from himself. He's never felt so good about his business. He's never felt so accomplished. He's also gotten it from his staff and from the people that go there that visit his business. And the part he loves most is he sees and he's an active part in the whole evolution of his business. He controls how it grows for the most part. And he also loves the whole learning aspect. They do not very, I don't want to say staple foods, but it's Japanese restaurant, of course it's sushi, but they don't do Panda Express style or any of that, those kind of foods. It's a mix of the staple foods that people are going to recognize and be Okay, I know what that is. There's the foods that are kind of like the they're the things that people are like, well, I'm not sure what this was. I tried it and it's very memorable. And then there's the high ticket items that are like people kind of know about this, but the way they do it around me is a little bit different. He loves teaching people, or he loves the whole aspect of like people like going out on limbs, trying different things, trying new foods, and he loves that about the staff that they're always experimenting, creating new things, running specials off of what they've learned. And it's a restaurant that he tried implementing, and the staff was 110% behind. Of about 50% of the food that they get are from local markets, and it's all natural stuff. They know where it's coming from, and the sous chef and the head chef know pretty much everything about everything they're serving. So you could ask them any question about any item or any ingredient on the menu, and they pretty much have an answer for why or what's going on with that or why they chose that. He's actually one of the greatest quotes I heard from the sous chef. He's like, who was the idiot that came up with the whole thing of this flavor and this flavor don't come together? If there's a balance, then every flavor goes with every flavor. You just need to find the perfect balance. And then, the one major thing about Thai is about his management style, is that it's nothing, it's like not like anything or any other way that I've ever seen anyone run a business. It's cold, if that makes everyone else sound. It's him actually caring. He pays attention to minute details, just like little small things, like he hears around the business or whatever about his staff. For example, my birthday fell when I was on internship, and the only notion of people knowing when my birthday was from my application. And he remembered from reading my application when my birthday was, and he called me actually the day of on my cell phone and wished me happy birthday. And then I was actually eating dinner there that night, and he bought me and my friend I was with, a cake for my birthday, and everything was really nice. Those were small things that made me like working there and make the people that work there like working there. And because the people like working there and the people were doing what they wanted, or were doing what they were supposed to be doing, and they were doing it well, it made Thai happy. It makes Thai like love the whole Rami experience. It's what makes him glad he does what he does.